The 50-point rule strikes again, and you can put a line through the Brisbane Broncos. I said last week, I put the question out there, if the Melbourne Storm were back after they beat, that's fair to say, a pretty understrength Penrith Panthers side, I wasn't convinced, and I know I was never really too high on the Broncos, but after this over 50-point demolition, I have to ask that same question again, and I believe a lot of us may have a different answer. Cameron Munster moving to fullback has not only allowed him to shine even more, but their whole new attacking structure, I think they finally found out how to play footy when Pappenhausen went down. It took them a few weeks, they did struggle, but I think they're back. Nelson on that right edge. I know he might have an injury, but he was indestructible. He did lead a flick pass, which to one of the more embarrassing tries this season for Kurt Capewell. But outside of that, he was class. Kamikamifa, they're getting their middles back. Josh King, unfortunately, despite looking so good to start the year, probably looks better coming off the bench. And like I said, their edge defense, Justin Olam is back to his best with Nofaluma outside of him. But I guess just Nas in that edge position has done so much for them. Look, do I think Melbourne are once again a challenge to Penrith? Yes. I did put the line through them. I won't lie. I still think they're probably not the biggest threat to Penrith because we have seen Brisbane since about post-Origin 3. Their form isn't the same as it once was, but God, I can't believe how good they look. And all it took really was Nas going to the back row and Munster going to fullback. Nick Meaney, I'm still not totally convinced on him. I think he could maybe move into the centres or go back to the wing. They do have Nofaluma and Coates, but with Coates might be being out for quite a while now with that concussion, then maybe you move Meaney to the wing and get Cooper Johns in there. I don't know. All I know is that Cameron Munster is at fullback. They still got Jerome Hughes at halfback. And Harry Grant, well, he was my man of the match tonight at dummy half. He's been a bit quiet too. And it was great to see him get back to his best form. Probably his best game since State of Origin Game 3. So, I'll ask the question for the 50th time this video. Are Melbourne back? My opinion doesn't change too much on Brisbane. I know their fans will be disappointed because, look, even some of the bottom teams haven't conceded 50 points this season. And to concede 50 points to a team that, with the greatest respect, no one thought would beat a very, very understrength Penrith side is a bit concerning. But I don't think any of us really expected them to make a push to the premiership anyway. It opens the door a little bit for them to miss the top 8. They do have the Eels and they do have the Dragons, so they could easily go 2 from 2. In saying that, Brisbane are the type of team to not win either of those games, so keeps the door just open a little bit for Canberra Raiders fans. As for Melbourne, they've got the Roosters and Eels, so if they can just win one of those 2 games, then they'll probably solidify a spot in the top 4. They could still maybe get the Cowboys. I don't know who the Cowboys play, but they have a pretty difficult run home, so look, I guess we'll see. We played the waiting game for 23 rounds. We've only got 2 more weeks to go, so let's sit back and see what happens. But guys, let me know in that comment section your thoughts about tonight's game, and do you think Melbourne can still win the premiership? Of course, smash that like button if you enjoyed the video. Subscribe if you haven't already. It is completely free, and you can always change your mind later. And I'll see you guys in the next one.